guys, Rich here. Welcome back to the RC Informer YouTube channel, and I've got Steve on the camera as usual. And today we have a brand new model to show you guys. This is coming from this is the Aeros hobby line over at HOBBYZONE, and this is their Husky. I guess you could call it a version 2, but it's a Husky Special Edition. Now the thing that's special about it, I never really flew the original, but the things that are special about this is they kind of listen to everybody when it comes to the tail on this airplane. Your horizontal stabilizer and your rudder now have actual hinges in there. They're not foam. There is some foam there, but they actually put like either fabric or CA type hinges all the way along the rudder and the elevator for durability, so it can handle, you know, much more abuse that everybody was given this thing. And they've bumped it up to a 5S power system. 5S is a little weird size, but I think the KV was 750 or something in the original. This one's down to 700, but now it's on a 5-cell power plant. So the 5-cell batteries are going to be available at HOBBYZONE. I'll put all this stuff in the links below so you guys can you know, check this out there. Again, guys, if you buy through our links at no cost to you guys, it does support our channel. But for now, actually the battery I'm running is an Onyx, and I'll show you guys that. Let me power this up. This is a really nice model, folks. It is 1800 millimeter in wingspan. It takes floats. It screws together easily. The wings had 4 screws that come in from underneath with a spar. The wing struts went in with 2 screws. The tail went on with 3, 1 here and 2 through the bottom. And then the landing gear went on with a whole gaggle of screws. So you can kind of see under here, there's a bunch under here, but you can see it's got the rear mount here. That's actually for the floats, I guess. And then it's got several screws through here to put this together. But nice aluminum, you know, joiner boxes here for your landing gear. Nice big Tundra tires, so you know you can fly this off of almost anything. And then you know, nice big servos all the way around. Cooling in the front coming in, out the back. For now, this video, or this RCG, we're balancing it like right, I don't know, Steve, can you get it on right where my finger is? Yep. Right about at the back end of this tape, roughly, just ahead of the spars, where this is the first flight out today, guys, so we don't know really, we haven't really flown this yet. So it's really ahead of the spar, and I think I'm balancing mine at about 70 millimeters. I think the book calls for 80 to 90, and the reason is I have a bigger battery in there, and we'll kind of mess with it and see how that is as we fly it here. But lots of details on it. You can see it's got an exhaust stack. Steve, if you want to get in on the logo right here, it's got a little American flag here, and then right here, Aviat Aircraft Husky Special Edition, folks. So you know, just a nice model. The antennas on the top are super kind of nice because they slide off, and I'm going to try and pull one off without, because they stay on there pretty tight. If I pull it back, I just dropped it. You can see how those look. Steve, can you get in on that? Yep. You can see they just go on and off. Nice big plastic kind of doubler around there, and that's just how they go on and off. You can see the simulated, you know, ribs here, vortex generators. Heck, even the lights, Steve, can you get in on these? Yep. Nice landing lights on both wings, and a wingtip light as well. I don't think there's a landing light on it. Now, just as a recommendation, these things right here, these antennas, there's a nice latch to get the canopy off. I take these things, and I don't know if you're going to get in there or not, Steve. You might not, but can you see the 2 holes way back in there?
I think it shows up.
There's a couple of holes here, and I'll stick this in there so you can maybe zoom in on that better. I'll arrange it here. Can you see that better?
Yep.
All right. I just stick those in there for storage when I'm transporting this thing around. So be sure to check out the build guide on this, the assembly. We did an unbox assembly setup of this whole thing, so be sure to check that out on the RC Informer YouTube channel. I will put that in the upper right-hand corner of this video that you guys can click on and get to. Otherwise, just search, you know, Husky Special Edition RC Informer. The other thing about this too, and I don't know if the first Husky had this or not because I never had one, but this has a vector. I'm going to ask you to zoom again, Steve. There's a vector gyroscope in here. Okay. Or flight stabilizer. Can you get that? That blue box? Yeah. It's not going to be perfect, but I don't know if that's coming with the airplane or if it's separate. I really hadn't heard yet, but mine had it in there, and it basically works a lot like the Reflex or the AS3X system, and it actually has 3 modes where you can turn it off. So we'll mess with that a little bit. And then the battery here, you can see that right there. It's a 5000 Onyx 30C. 5000 is a little big for this, but we're going to try, because honestly, guys, that's the only 5S pack I have. You should be able to get these at both HOBBYZONE and Horizon Hobby, and HOBBYZONE's going to have a different battery as well, and I'll try and put a picture up here if I can get one of it, and I'll be using that battery as well in here. So otherwise, I did put in a really kind of nice battery floor in there using the my shelf liner and double-sided Scotch tape, so be sure to check out the assembly and setup video of that. And I think that's it. You ready, Steve?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's power it up. Let's get this going. Let's see what it does. This 5S airplane. We'll see what this does. I've got my power on. I got my safety. Let's take the safety. Let's do a calibration of this thing. I got my stabilizer off. And this is like any other airplane that has a stabilizer. You plug it in and let it boot. So here we go. Let's plug this in. Let's see what it does. We'll leave it alone. And we'll watch as it boots. We'll watch the ailerons move. I'm holding it still. There they go. Then the elevator. And that means it's booted up and it should be good to go. So let's see. I'm going to check to make sure do we have any stabilization? Let me turn my safety off. Let me do that real quick. There should be none. I don't see any. And then the up position of my 3-position switch should be stabilized. You see how right now it's trying to roll me back?
Yep.
This is the mode that actually is wing leveling and pitch leveling. So you want to check all those out, make sure they're going the right way, which it looks like they are. And then the down position of the switch is just, it stabilizes it. It doesn't really wing level or pitch level, but it takes the wind out, that kind of thing. So you want to make sure everything's working the right way. We're going to take off with it off for right now. And I think we're good to go. I do have my antennas. One more thing I want to show everybody. I have one antenna here taped. I've got another one here. Can you get it on that okay, Steve?
Yep.
I just slapped a receiver. Ah, the wind is taking me. It's a little windy out here, guys. Ah, the wind is grabbing it. I've got that right in here. See that, Steve?
Yes.
That's my 7-channel. I think it's a 7-channel. So anyway, I think we're good to go. Let's get this thing going. Right, left, up, down. Again, first flight out, guys. I've got mid and high and low rates on everything, and we got to check out the flaps and see how the flap to elevator mixing is and all that kind of stuff. So this 5,000 pack fits in there okay, but it's a little tight fit with this tongue. Okay, but I kind of jam it in. I could shave some off, but I don't want the tongue to get shaved too darn thin. So I'm going to put this on here. It has a nice latch here. I'm just going to sort of force it on, but it fits pretty snugly, and that'll help keep the battery on there. So let's do a quick throttle up, and we'll see how this goes. All right, again, right, left, up, down. Let me go to mid rates on everything. I've got everything set at 125 for the ailerons, 100, and then 70. Same thing on the elevator, 125, 100, and 70. We'll see how that is. We'll see if we need to change any horns or anything, and we'll just kind of go with that and see what we got. Flaps, I don't have any elevator to flap mixing yet because I don't know if this plane needs it or how much it needs. So I think we'll fool with that as it goes along. So that's my first takeoff flap setting, which I think, Steve, you can see they're pretty good.
Yep.
And then that's my landing setting, and we'll just kind of play it by ear. So, all right, Steve, ready? Let's go. Let's get this thing going. All right, let me taxi it around. Wow, check out that wingtip light. You can really see that thing. It's pretty bright. Let's oh yeah, taxi's nice. We just did the videos of the C-47, guys. I couldn't even turn the airplane around. This you can do it with. You can see that. Look at that green wingtip light, Steve. Look how bright that darn thing is.
Yep.
And the landing lights. Yeah, look at those landing lights. Those really see in broad daylight here. They stand out. So, okay, mid rates. Let me taxi it center line. All right, here we go. Easing the power in. There, tail comes right up. Flying it off. Beautiful so far. Wow. I am at about a half throttle here, folks, and that is it. So let me get it pointed into the wind. This is without any stabilization, folks. I'm just letting it, we're doing it cold this time around. I'm just going to trim it a bit. It's sometimes hard to tell with the wind the trim you need, but very easy to handle even without any stabilization in it. Wow, it's got some serious power. Holy smokes. All right, Very cool. I like the colors. It even matches the Spektrum colors, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Same as the radio, you know, pretty much. Oh, beautiful flying machine, Steve. Holy smokes. Let me trim the elevator back a little bit. It seems to need a little bit. All right, let's bring it right around again. Let me get it kind of trimmed here. Let's see what, I think that's better. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be rolling or anything on me now. All right, let me drop some flaps. Let's see what flaps do to it. I'm about half throttle here. Put some flaps. Yeah, see, it's pitching up. Yeah, see, it's pitching way up with full flaps. So let me power it down. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's going to need some down elevator, but yeah, let's see. That's just crawling. So here, let me come around. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some elevator to flap. In fact, you know what? Let's do that real quick so we get it trimmed up. Let's bring it on in here real fast. Slowly. No flaps on this one. This thing will just fly forever. Be bouncing it on in. Very, very forgiving airplane. Holy smokes. Let me get my safety on. Let's do a little flap trimming here. We'll do this on the camera, I think, if we can film this. Well, let's try to film it. I'm not really sure if we're going to get this or not, but let me brighten this up. Can you get that screen?
Yep.
All right, let's do this. Let's go. No, we don't need any of that stuff. Let's go back, or let's go to menu. Hang on, where is that thing? No, that's the sound. I'm gonna turn that off. Let me go back to, oh shoot, where's the darn menu? How the heck do I get to that thing? Yeah, let's go. There we go. You gotta push the wheel, my bad. Okay, we're gonna go to the flap system. Okay, and I got my throttle safety on. We're gonna go to position 1, which is right here. And I'm gonna put in elevator percent. Let me go, I'm gonna start off with like 20. And then I'm gonna go here and let's try 35. Okay, 35, right there. So, does that look good? Oh, it should 34. Let's go 35. I'm just taking a stab at it. Does that look good? 0, 20, 35. All right, let me taxi over here real quick. And let's see if that'll do it. Well, it doesn't want to turn around on me. Got windy again. Here, let me roll over here real quick. Always want to check it rather than just programming it. You want to make sure it's doing what you told it to do. Sometimes you can do that the wrong way. I know Futaba and everything is backwards. So when I drop my flaps, we want to see the elevator go down a bit, which it does.
Yep.
And actually, that looks like, let me take a look at something.
More than it ought to be.
Yeah, it does look like it more than it. How far was I pushing? I was pushing about like that. Yeah, let's change that a little bit. Let's go
15 and 25.
That sounds good, yeah. Just something different. Let me go flap system. I gotta put my glasses on. Damn it. All right, let's see. I ended up changing something real quick. Hang on. There we go. So we'll go, what do you think? 15, 25 you said?
Yeah.
Let's try that. That's a good idea. Sometimes these high wings need a lot, but it looks like it's moving a little too much. So let's see. All right, so flaps coming down, and let's look at that real fast. Back on there. Can you see that all right?
Yep.
So 15 and 25. We'll see what that looks like. We'll drop the flaps on takeoff, and we'll see they come up a bit. Yeah, that does look a little more tame, a little more, yeah, and then it comes up. And that's where my flap setting is. That looks like that's about 30 degrees or so. I could probably even put more flap in if I want, but that's just where we have it set. Now, if you want to know, guys, exactly where those flaps are set at or whatever, just know that I completely winged that, okay? I just put in what I thought, and that's usually how I do my flaps. I'll put in 10 to 15 or so, because that's about what takeoff maybe is, and then I'll do 30, 35, 40 maybe for full flaps, you know. So you can put more or less in. Just know that if you put more or less in, you'll need more or less, you know, elevator to flat mixing. So that's it. All right, Steve, here we go. Let's just take off from here. Here we go. Mid rates on everything. Wow, very docile airplane. Super nice flying model. Very cool. Let me get it pointed into the wind. I think the wind picked up, Steve.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So now we're pointing into the wind, about half throttle. Take off flaps. Yeah, it pitches up a little bit. And then that's full flaps. Let's see how that does. That might be about right. Yeah, actually the nose is still coming down. You got to remember, guys, it also is a function of airspeed and power. So even though you have it trimmed for landing with full flaps, you got to remember, at the speed you're at, it'll come down nicely, which actually it looks like this is. But just know when you apply power, it might pitch back up again. So it depends on what your speed is at. So yeah, I'm not fighting it. The nose is definitely coming down. So I think we got that set right. Yeah, this plane has no bad habits. It's not a C-47. Now watch when I power up, it'll tend to pitch up on us a little bit, but wow, this is snappy. This is nice. We just had that discussion with Mike about Expo, but man, I don't want it. The direct feel of this is so awesome. All right, I got flaps up here. Yeah, we're fighting some wind here too, so. Power back, let it fall. It's a Husky. All right. Yeah, it's windy. Steve, get the windsock there. You can see what it's doing.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing the windsock the whole time watching the video.
All right, here we go. Ease that power in. Very nice. I tell you what, Steve, it's windy. You know what I think I should do? I think I should turn the stabilizer on. What do you think?
No, give it a shot.
Let's see what it does. All right, we're in a straight line here. We're going to go to stabilization mode, and let's see if it's any easier to land now. Stabilizer's helping me out a bit. I can definitely tell a difference.
Yeah.
It's helping. Yeah, it definitely helps a lot. Well, except when you do that. All right, fall back down. It's windy. But yeah, it helps out, definitely. Let's try the wing level mode. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell it locks it like this. It does not jump around or anything. Yeah, this is a fun airplane. I never saw the original Husky fly, but apparently guys really like the thing. So, and it's very docile, very easy for anybody to fly. All right, let's get it straightened out here, Steve. Let's go to, this is the pitch and bank leveler, limiter. So if I bank the airplane, let's go full stick left. No, it's not doing anything. All right. Oh, wait a minute, hang on a sec, my bad. It helps if you use the right switch. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's get it in a crazy attitude and I'll hit the switch. There we go. See, it levels it perfectly. So let me bring it back down lower, Steve, for you. I got the stabilizer off right now so I can turn. If you got that stabilizer on, it really won't let you fully turn this thing. So so here we go. Stabilizer's on now. I'll go full right stick and that's all it's going to let me do. Full left stick, that's all it's going to let me do. That's full left stick, and that's all it's limiting me. Let me pitch it up. Pitch it lets you go up, but that's it. It won't let me go back over on my back. So, all right, let me take that off. Let me turn it back around here. Power's off. I'm just kind of cruising it on in. But I think we got the landings. I think we got this thing kind of set right for everything. So. But yeah, this is a very light airplane. I mean, it just bounce, bounce, bounce. All right, let's drive it on back. All right, I think those flap settings are about right. I think we could tweak it to death all day long, but it seems pretty decent as it is. So let's do this. Let me drive it over here. Let me see what we've used. 5,000 pack. My CG is farther forward than the book recommends. That also might be why I'm kind of nosing it over a little bit. Let me get my safety on while I'm messing with this. Let me just see what we got remaining, to see what we got left to do some maneuvering with. All right, Steve, I think we're almost at, let's see what we got. What do you think?
33%.
68.
Oh, man.
Remember, it's a 5,000 pack. This is really intended, guys, for like I think a 4,000 or a 30 something, but I put a 5,000 all the way forward. And again, that's why the CG is where it is, because I got it all the way forward. I'm 10 to 20 millimeters ahead of the suggested book throws and stuff. So you know, just know that. That's just how I have it set up. And, you know, you can choose to put the CG. I think guys are hovering this and stuff too. I'm really not sure, but, you know, if you have the CG back, you can do more of that stuff, or mine's more set up for stability. Here, let me run the power up here. Yep, that's 5S. All right, here we go. Let's try a full flap takeoff here. Let me taxi it out a little ways. Short field performance into the wind. You can see what that windsock's doing, folks. There we go. We're lined up. Here we go. Yeah, you go right up there. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, very nice. Lots and lots and lots of power. Definitely a winner on this thing, folks. Like I said, I never flew the original Husky, but I hear a lot of people really liked the thing, so we'll come by fast. Sorry, Steve, my bad. So it'll truck right along. Very aerobatic. Try not to hit the windsock here. Yeah, very maneuverable, very controllable. Very nice model, very cool. Straight up with it here at the end. Power off a little bit, then add some, kick it around. Little hammerheads at both ends. Real nice, real nice. Good touch and go here. Yeah, beautiful flying model. I'm still not in stabilization here, folks. This is just flying it without any of that. Gotta kick the rudder. Got a strong rudder. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. I like it. Let me go to high. Actually, that's my low aileron. Holy smokes. I had my 70% aileron in, Steve. Holy crap.
Good.
Wow. It almost rolls too fast. Very nice. Wow. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's do a couple steep turns out front here, Steve. Wow, this has power. This reminds me of the FMS de Havilland Beaver. Oh, yeah. It's got that kind of power, you know. I just went to a low elevator rate because I was stabbing at the elevator. No expo, folks, or anything. So just, we're doing this, wow, look at that thing. Look how well that thing performs. All right, full flaps are in. Bringing it on down here. Very cool, very cool. Guys, check this out at HOBBYZONE, man. Very cool airplane. We'll touch down there nice and smooth. Just taxiing on back here. Let's get the flaps up, let the tail come down. Very cool. I like it. You can. This is a plane you can just have fun with. How your arms doing, Steve?
Yeah, 23 minutes. I'm about done.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got for battery power, folks. Let's see what we got. I think we're about done. That's about all I need to do for now. We'll come out with it again. Let me turn the safety on instead of put my face in the propeller here. Let's see what we have. We are down, Steve, at about, let's look what we got here. We have, what do you think?
30.
35. Close enough, close enough. And just so you guys can see it, my CG is very far forward. Again, just the first flight because we're playing around with it. Let me pull this out so everybody can see it. It's a big battery I got in this. So, you know, you guys are probably going to use, you know, check the links below for HOBBYZONE. They're going to have some lighter batteries for everybody to use. I think smaller. I think 4,000 or 30 something or whatever. So, and I could shift this back and fly with farther CG, but I figured I'd just do it like this. But look at that thing, Steve.
Yep.
That's a honking big 5S. It's an Onyx 30C 5000 pack I had in there. Just pushed all the way forward. I could even slide it back and probably adjust the CG a little bit, but you know, to me it flies good there. Probably be a little more, actually, you know, it's kind of pitch sensitive a little bit. I had to go to the low elevator rate to kind of really kind of tone it down a bit. So, but awesome airplane, guys. This is, again, this is coming from HOBBYZONE. It's in their Aeros line of airplanes, and this is the Husky Special Edition. There's also the regular Husky that runs on 4S, but again, the key features on this is it's a 700 kV motor, you know, running a 5S pack, and we now have real or actual, you know, hinges back here. There's actual, like, they're fiber or cloth hinges or CA type nylon hinges that are glued in and buried in there, so you don't have to worry about those coming off. And then you screw this thing together. 3 screws for the tail, 4 screws for the wing, 2 for the pylons, and then a bunch for the landing gear. And then of course, yes, your prop and spinner. And awesome airplane. I'm floored. This is it's tough. It looks good. It's easy to see. And if you have a Spektrum radio, we're flying this on the NX6. Look at that, Steve. It's like a matching set. It almost looks like it came with it. I mean, everything matches perfectly. The neon, the black, and the white. I mean, it's like perfect. So, Steve, you got any comments?
Yeah, it reminds me of the Beaver, like you said, man. It's a good flying airplane.
I mean, it's killer. 1800 millimeter wingspan, just awesome bird. So, anyway, guys, check our links in the description below. Again, purchasing through our links, that supports our channel at no cost to you guys. And then also, please like and subscribe. If you guys like this video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell in the lower right-hand corner below the video, and that will notify you when we have new videos like this out. And be sure to check out the unbox, setup, assembly of this thing, because it's all on the RC Informer YouTube channel. Stay tuned, guys. We got more stuff coming. Appreciate you watching. Steve, thanks for filming. As always, guys, see you guys next time.